So I'm excited about this next recipient. Man, I met Kiara at the University of Minnesota, even though she didn't really remember, but it's when she was a student athlete there. And she decided to make the jump to coaching, which was fantastic. But more than that, she's now a heralded head coach because in one of her few years, she's been able to get her team to the state championship. So they won the 3A state basketball championship this past year. Kiara, why don't you come up here for a second? So Kiara's in. She's certainly one of our recipients who is in the name of my mother, Doris, who if she could play basketball in the 1950s, if she could have done anything besides being a homecoming queen, she would have done it, you know. But certainly there weren't any opportunities, and certainly because of segregation, you know, she basically went to Lincoln University instead of University of Missouri. But certainly was an athlete and really was the glue for our family because I also have a brother that played professionally and a younger brother who played high school golf, which, you know, he kind of followed my dad because my dad was a college golf instructor as well. But Kiara, thank you so much. Now you got, I tell you what can you do more than winning a state championship? Maybe 2 in a row? What do you think?
We're going to try and match it next year, but we'll see. We had a good run this year, and thank you guys for having me. I always say that when you're honored to be in a room with so many great athletes and great professionals, you must be doing something right. So I'm going to keep it up. But yeah, I just think coming back from Europe and playing basketball with my experience, and yes, I always remember I was giving him a hard time because he wrote me an email introducing himself and who he was, and I was like, yes, I know who you are. So we did the African American Mentor Program at the University of Minnesota. Yeah. So we got that, and I think that's another great opportunity for young leaders. But we had a great year, and I don't brag too often, but I'm very proud of the girls that I've been able to coach the last 4 years and what they've been able to accomplish. So we broke a couple school records this year. We went 29-2, which was the best season record in Cooper High School history. We were the first team to go undefeated in the Metro West Conference at 14-0. We won our section. We won the state title, of course, and I think the highlight of the season was all 4 of my seniors went on to play college basketball on scholarship. So that was a big moment for us. And just being able to recognize, young girls and women, and it was interesting to see them get all that attention. They weren't used to it, and they're like, these people don't come to our games that often, but just to soak that up was good. And I think, my mom played basketball at Highland Park, when Suggs was there, and they had the twins, and we were just watching old videos last week. But between my mom, and I also got to coach my sister last year. She just graduated. We're 10 years apart. We won a state championship together, which was awesome. But between my mom, my sister, and myself, we have placed in state 10 times all together. So I think that's pretty good. So it's good, but thank you for having me. Thank you for, honoring us for this. And, my girls put in a lot of work. We put in a lot of work, so it will do good.
Okay, well, we're looking forward to greater heights, and, you're going to have the spotlight on you now, so watch out. Everybody, you get a target when you're the state champion. You get a target just permanently placed on your back. So, but I think you guys will do well. So that must mean you have a number of returners who maybe didn't have as much experience, but you feel pretty confident in getting back to that form.
Oh yeah, I have a couple really young girls that are really good. Okay. So I said I'd only put a few years in, but they're making me stick around for a while. So we'll see.
Okay, good. Well, Kiara certainly epitomizes some of the attributes that my mother had, and a go-getter. She was a socialite. She pledged a sorority. She was always out of the house, being very active. Mentored a lot of girls in her age group, and I think certainly for young black women at that particular time in the 60s, it was important to have a role model. So Kiara's doing the same thing. We have your gift. Okay. So this is the Doris M.H. Lewis Memorial Practitioner Award, and it goes to you, and in the name of Cooper High School and your girls. Okay.